That's not Fizz. Kassadin?
That's not Fizz also. All right, so now T1 are going to draw an Ahri ban, right? Get a Renekton ban, and then we'll actually swap their draft's identity into Vi is just going to play a little bit of keep away, a little bit of defensive setups here for the lanes. We have the Gnar, where you have the spacing where you can play it well against the Jax, as we've seen Zeus do in the past. Such an exciting matchup between... And the Ashe is going to offer you very little in terms of peel. A lot here at level 1, however.
Well, this is not the way you want to start it off level 1. Especially with your melee support that is also getting chunked out. So this is pretty rough. I mean, you really wanted to get started on the front foot. It is going to be difficult against the Ashe. A lot of teams have just been dropping the Ashe entirely, but Keria and T1 are not really abiding by that, right? Because you can see what happens if you play it out really well. Like at level expecting that anyway. Does have red buff. Looking to maybe play towards the top side of the map as he does go on to Vision. Flash on in, as with the red buff, really trying to make this work, but Owner just kind of
pull early.
Okay, they're looking for a play down on the bottom side. Keria just going to respect Flash. I mean, they even had Vision in the entire river, but they say, we'll see what they can get done.
He's also spent a lot of time out of lane trying to clear some of these wards, trying to make an impact elsewhere, but it's mostly just the
Destiny up to the top side, and that is going to be the stun, but Zeus just flashes away.
Here he has teleport advantage.
Okay, here we go for the wall, level 6 against Lehen's level 4. Even with the Eclipse up, he is taking so much damage.
So there's just no angle here. You have the Wukong ult, and you have to try to use it, but he's zoned.
Okay, so they're gonna get it. They try to collapse in here. Nice try to get the Jax away, but T1 are on the run. As now maybe the pick's coming in. A arrow from bottom lane, but that doesn't really matter. First blood given over to Kiin on the top side. Zay's super low. As Cuz trying to follow up here. Faker wants to be the hero. We'll see if he can do it. Maybe not expecting him. His Counter-Strike is used onto him just to zone him away.
And unfortunately, the initial setup there with the Twisted Fate was great.
Here we go. Getting in onto Keria. The cleanse is late. As down he will go at the end of it, just waiting for the stun.
Yeah, I mean, T1 want to contest still. Kiin just TP'd top.
Ooh. Well, let's see how this goes. Baker's in the pit. That's an arrow on the BDD. The Cyclone is massive, though, and the damage is in there. Double Cyclone onto everybody in the pit. The damage here from Guma is pretty good. He's going to pick up a double as we have a little Zeri moment beginning to form. Aiming, not able to run away. That's another kill for the Zeri. That's 3, and it might just be 4 at the end of it. A quadra kill for Guma, who has 5 kills now. He has a little kill on the top side, maybe. Nicely done from Kiin. With, you know, Zeri versus Lethality Varus, just not able to do much in that extended trade. Either way, in this game, we do have Faker in a little bit of trouble here, getting chased down by the Jax.
Have her second item very soon. But if she dies at the beginning of fights, that won't necessarily matter the lead that she has, and there's so much lockdown in this draft, as we'll watch Kiin in this exchange.
Right. As maybe now we'll get another look, as here it is.
Zeus greeting for a plate, gets him on the edge of the Counter-Strike, even with the crush. It's the empowered hit here, and Twisted Fate coming up. BDD is ready to follow up Collapse. And this means there's just no way to counter this. They also miss the Ashe arrow. And Cuz flash ult available, so respect has to be shown. They've got the Gnar bar.
Fantastic, and he gets slowed up, and he gets bursted down, and down goes the Leona, but they traded for the Gnar, and down goes the Vi as well. Where did their front line go? And Guma's like, I just want a front line to do some damage. He's not gonna have one. As here comes KT, they're gonna find Guma and get the massive shutdown of gold into the Jack.
I mean, fight again, because look at the Gnar bar of Zeus here. He is ready. Lehens goes in, turns perfectly as end of the plate. Follow up. Every single person. Yeah. Every single person focuses down Zeus. Cuz is here, ready for the follow-up as well. And Faker, knocked up here, wants to actually escape, but there's a Destiny Gate on the chase. Guma has no agency, has no room in this fight, and we talked about just this. Doesn't matter how much money you have, how much gold you have, and how many items you have. If you can't actually fight, if you don't have a front line.
But in the past, and maybe it might just get them here as Keria is caught out. BDD is now on the map. Down will go Keria for free. He does have an R-bar this time, so there is potential, but the rest of the team not really able to get in here just yet.
Owner has no flash, and they have no vision on this.
Mini Gnar now. KT just, oh, they're gonna keep at least, and they immediately go straight to Kiin as Faker takes it down. Gonna get the Baron. Now they're gonna buy a lot of time for themselves.
There's Ash, who is caught. As Faker has smite, as you guys could see.
They don't have vision over the wall.
They have no vision over the wall. And it's a double smite here. Faker secures the Drake before Cuz can do anything about it. They just call it out. This is exactly what T1 does. They go 3, 2, 1. Out, out, out.
나이스.
Good job.
이거 크다.
That was
huge.
big.
Yeah, it's huge. He says for a pick there.
Uh-oh, Guma in a little bit of trouble as he does have cleanse.
That was so sick from Guma. I mean, this is exactly where you want to be.
Zeus, he's trying to do blue buff. He's going to get punished for that as, yeah, he doesn't have much place to go. Has to flash. I was waiting for this. Meganar is going to be started as here he goes. Looking
here comes
for the angle, and he's stolen away. Cuz takes the Ocean Drake, takes the Ocean Soul. As they're trying to turn here onto the Jax, they want 100-0 hit, but the Solar Eclipse is massive from the Leona. They're going really deep as Kiin is just frontlining into the Zeri. Is not going to get Guma, though. Crucially, Guma's still alive. Did they go too deep is the question. As now the Zeri's going insane, but it's not enough. Faker has to do it alone, and can he? Yes, he will. With Zeus and Keria left alive, T1 take the win.
The side of T1 for this Kassadin is massive, as it's a long con flank attempt here from BDD. Zeus is carded here. They get the Drake, but they do not secure any CC onto Guma. Stopwatch is used here, or the Zhonya's rather, but notice that Guma is not CC'd until the very last moment here where he just cleanses and kites back.
It's doing so much damage as they're all stunned right in front of him.
And Faker is just unkillable in this fight. Once the Jax is gone, and the lethality aspect of this Varus is done after his Qs have gone off and he actually can't do anything damage-wise in the fight, like the health bars are already low, they win that fight.
Arrow. Okay, it's gonna hit Kiin. That's a lot of burst already put into the Jax. Of course, they're not there, but it's not huge. They can't just quite burst this down, but they're committing. KT going to commit to this one as over the wall we have double smite again. Can they steal it again? Yes, they can! They take it down. And now KT are just lost. Where do you go from here? As ults are going in, they try to turn onto Meganar as Zeus gets low, but he will survive. And the damage not quite there. Guma's over the wall, goes to the ult. He is going to cleanse early, but he doesn't really care. He's still kiting them out.
There's no damage in KT's cup. They can't kill anybody.
Kill anybody. Faker is in the backline. Guma is diving the entire team. As some low health bars, Guma goes down. Faker went a little bit too low, and they turned it around.
Oh, they went way too deep. They went way too deep. Out as Guma just takes too many hits, plus the engage there from Kiin. As once again, you mentioned this double smite setup here. Look at that. The health goes from 2,500 to 0 in an instant. No counterplay here as Cuz tries his best. But then they focus onto Zeus, and look at where the carries are. Faker's full health. Guma's full health, but then they chase into a choke point. You've won your prize here.
This
Guma goes for the ult. This is fine, right? But
the
then,
next step was too much.
Yeah, this is fine because you get Lehens, but then going through this choke point with Faker and Guma here all in the same hex into Counter-Strike.
And this arrow.
And Sonya's, the arrow's huge. Like, this is a... I would go as far as say this is a miracle team fight win for KT Rolster.
On the backside here, but so is Faker. As we wrap around each other, as the arrow comes in, it's going to find BDD. They're looking for it. Zeus not really going to get the angle himself. Has to hop away. Tons of damage in onto the Elder already. As okay, that's the ult from Leona. They're trying to get in there, and it's a bit of a flip for KT are winning this fight as Guma trying to front the back, but it's already 5v3. As
Guma carry,
Elder's going to be taken. Elder's going to be taken. KT will turn this one, and Guma will get carded and will get executed. KT should take this, and yes, Faker will be taken out as well. Keria's got nowhere to go. And it looks like KT have done it.
Look at Lehens, he's clapping his hands. Kiin looks relieved as Keria is going to look for an arrow here. It will not matter. And I didn't think I was necessarily going to say it tonight, Valdez, but we have a series on our hands. KT bringing it back in what was nearly an Elder flip, but T1 lose the fight. Kiin carries.
A scary game, but they get it done, Wolf. They get it done in 37 minutes. Keria, of course, not going to be able to stop them. Down goes the Nexus. 탁구 미드 탁구
야, 미드 가자. 나 이거 애쉬 끊을게.
미드. 나이스.
나이스.
오케이, 한 번 이겼다.
나이스. 야, 아야.
역전 가보자.
개 재밌다, 게임. 미치겠다.